Misty's down today. Are we headed back down to that support? I'm going to show you what I think. Hello my friends, this is Legend. Today Misty had a red day and I wanted to kind of just look at it and let's see what it looks like and what I think it's going to do. So here we are on the Webull chart, and as you can see, Misty is down today. It dropped 84 cents. We're back down to about that $21.77. Now we had our support at $18.55. So if you're looking at this, you may wonder, are we headed back down to test that support? Well, I guess that is possible. But let me show you one thing that I'm seeing that I don't think that we will. There's a couple things I want to point out, and one thing is this moving average 5 here. This one, it did stay above it. It closed above it. So it is wanting to use that a little bit as a support. The second thing would be the MACD here. If you can see, it was red when it was dropping, and then it started getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So it was getting ready to reverse, and then we got green right here, right? That was our first green. And this second one here has a little bit more. So it's a little bit more green than that first one. So if you look at those green numbers right here, it says histogram right here. So if you look at those numbers when it was red, as it was increasing, there's negative 0.47, 49, negative 0.56, minus 0.50. So it's starting to turn around a little bit. Now it's negative 0.44, then minus 0.29. And you can see as we were bouncing on that support, it was losing some steam here. The sellers were getting a little exhausted. And so we had a negative 0.44, negative 0.29, and then negative 0.05. And then that point, that next day, is actually where the MACD turned green. Even though the candle is more of a doji candle, meaning it was a little bit in indecision, right? You've got that long wick on top here on this green candle. You've got that long wick on top and you got that little long wick on bottom. So it's a little bit confused of knowing which way to go. There's not a clear direction. Now, the next candle, of course, kind of does give a little bit more of a direction. And it being a red candle, of course, not the best, right? But it is still bouncing off of that 5 currently. We did get a higher green on that MACD. So we went from that minus 0.05 to a positive 0.11. to now a positive 0.17. So it is increasing, and the volumes here, as you can see, we did have a big red day here, which did, of course, bring that down. But I'm hoping to see it bouncing or actually trying to ride that moving average, that 5-day moving average, which is this green line right here. If it can continue to ride that and keep pushing it up, that would be great. And if we can start seeing this MACD get bigger, higher on the green, that's even a better sign. Of course, on the RSI 2, it is down because it is red, right? So it did come down some. The RSI 14, which is more of your standard RSI viewing, and that's a relative strength index. That RSI 14 is a 41. So anything under 30 is oversold, can be considered oversold. So at 41, it's not quite there, but it's not like it's sitting at a 60 or something like that to where we could possibly see more of a pull down, right? So I'm hoping to see that is kind of bottoming out. I hope that continues to ride that green line, which is that 5-day moving average. And as you can see after market here, even though we closed at 21.77 and it's currently after market time, so we have an aftermarket of about $21.81. Doesn't mean anything, right? Because it's after hours, and it will fluctuate a lot and then open completely different the next day. Of course, this is Friday, so we'll have to wait all the way until Monday to find out what's going to happen. And I did try to roll one of my puts, and let me pull that sheet up and show you which one I was trying to roll. All right, so here we are on my spreadsheet, and this is what I use to keep track of my percentages and everything else like that. And as you can see, I had 2 open puts here, and when it was down low, I was very tempted to open another or sell another put, but I did not want to get too exposed there. So I was, since I already had the 2 open, I did not want to open a third one at that time. I had rolled that $23.50 put down to 23, and that's this one right here that we're looking at. I did roll that one, and I rolled it out to April 17th. This one here is the one that I was trying to roll today, and it's expires March the 21st, so I've got some time on it. So I'm not in a big rush to do it, but I was trying to roll that $24 put down to $23. And it's not that I can't, because I could have. But again, I was asking or trying to get a little more premium out of it. I was asking for about $1.50, and I did drop it down to about $1.25 at one point. And I think I think it actually got as high as about maybe $1.05. Or when I looked at it and saw it, it might have got a little higher than that. So it got really close to my $1.25, but it didn't quite get there. Now, I could have dropped it down and went ahead and got $1 out of it, and that would have rolled it out to April the 11th is what I was trying to roll it out to. That would have gave me an extra $100 for that roll. But again, you know, since I've got time, I can be a little greedy with it. And plus, if Misty can go on up some, I might be able to get just a little bit more premium out of that trade. So that's the reason I did not want to necessarily open a third one, but just kind of wanted to show you also what I'm doing with my options there. I am trying to roll that one. It's a $24 put, and if I can roll it down to 23 out another month-ish, then you know, I'm sitting pretty good, especially with the current price right now is $21.77, as we saw before. So I still have my purchase average at $25.31 and my adjusted price per share at $9.87. So once that becomes zero, then I will have got all of my capital back out of the play, and then everything beyond that will just be pure profit. I know I've spoke to, and there's a lot of comments that's been going around of people looking to try to get their capital out of it, so that way they can just ride it free and clear, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, you know, earn my capital back as quickly as I can through distributions and options, so that I can get there quicker, and that way I don't have to worry about the price of Misty at all, right? Because I'm not looking to sell it, and if I own those shares free and clear, why in the world would I sell it, right? I wouldn't sell it at all, because anytime that it's paying a distribution, that's free money. I own the shares free and clear, and anything I get above that is just gravy. So I am going to try to get that capital back as quick as I can, like I said, through the use of options and distributions. And once that number there gets to zero, then that's when I have reached that goal. So I'm quite excited about this, and we've got a distribution coming next week. And of course, what's that going to do? If we get paid a distribution next week, that's only going to bring that number down. So super excited about that. How about you? Are you free and clear on Misty already? I know there's some of it out there who has been Misty for a while, and I got in around August. I am about halfway there, right? But still got some work to do. So that's the reason I am continually to roll those options, earn that premium without even having to own the shares, and that's just a bonus in my books. And then get the distributions on top of that, and before you know it, I'll be there. That's my goal. So anyway, what's your thoughts? Are you excited to be in Misty? I am. I know there's a lot of people out there who think this is going to crash and go to zero. And of course, who knows? Nobody knows anything, right? My crystal ball's broken. As far as I know, nobody else has one either. But hey, everybody has an opinion, and that's fine. I'm in Misty. I'm looking to get all of my capital out of it so that way I can just earn distributions and premiums from my option trades free and clear, and then I can use those to even purchase more Misty shares by using the house's money, right? So it's not costing me anything. So anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It'd be much appreciated. And as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock plays. And until next time, legend out.